If you live in Arizona or Colorado, you might have heard of a place called Oregano's, and they have the best salad in the world. It's called the Pablo salad. And today I'm going to show you how to make it at home. Today we're going to be making the Pablo salad, and here is a list of all the ingredients you're going to need to follow along with me, and you're going to have the best salad in the world. And if you are vegan, you can swap out the chicken for pinto beans. It's not as terrible as it sounds, but it's not as good as the chicken. I'm going to get a little bit of olive oil just to juice the pan a little bit, help the chicken out. And a little bit of butter, get that heated up. Once that gets going, we're going to want to put the onion in, so we'll get that chopped right now. Now I'm going to show you a little trick. If you're a crybaby when it comes to cutting onions, get yourself a couple paper towels, come over here, soak it, get it nice and wet. Then you get your cutting board and just lay it right on top of the cutting board, just like that. And what happens is the little tear ducts in your eyes, there's chemicals, don't ask me what it's called, I forgot. But there's chemicals in the onion that make your eyes water, and basically it's drawn to moisture. So your tear ducts naturally have moisture in them, so they go to your tear ducts. And if you get a wet paper towel, that's closer to the onion than your eyeballs are. So your paper towel is going to get all that sourness instead of your eyeballs, and you're not going to cry as much or at all. So we start off with the onion first because that's going to take the longest to cook. And we're just going to cut it down a little bit. Now, one thing with the Pablo salad, I used to get this a lot back when I lived in Phoenix. Unfortunately, in Montana, they don't have one, so I don't even have the option. If you've never been to Oregano's, I would recommend going before making this if it's within like driving distance from you, because it's a real fun environment. It's like old school, vintage kind of look, and it's really good. And then you can find out if you actually like it or not without spending all your time making the salad. So we're just going to go ahead and drop this right on in here. The butter's nice and melted. Get it broken up. Okay, perfect. While that's doing its thing, we'll go ahead and get the bell peppers chopped up. So what we're making here is chicken fajita. And you're going to want a bell pepper, onion, and your favorite part of chicken, whether that's the breast or the dark meat, whichever. Today we're going to be using the tenderloin, and hopefully I don't cut myself anymore today. I'm just going to cut them in nice long strips. I think it adds to the fun and the flavor. So at the moment, Oregano's, the only states that they're in is Colorado and Arizona. Hopefully that changes. I feel like, I could be wrong on this, and you can quote me if you know better, but I feel like their salad used to be called the Diablo salad, because I feel like I distinctly remember thinking like it's their best salad they have, but I hate eating a salad that is named after the devil. But maybe it was always the Pablo salad. Nonetheless, I'm glad it's not the Diablo salad. Bell peppers, nice and chopped. Go ahead and spend some time with the onions over here. And I probably should have cut up my onions a little bit better, but I was running out of time with the butter already melting. We're going to add a little bit more butter just because it's kind of drying out the pan right now. Get that stirring in there. So when I used to order this, the amount of meat it comes with, if you order it to go, they actually don't put the meat in the salad for you because it's going to taste gross if you let it sit there for a long time. So the meat is separate. The whole fajita part is separate from the rest of it. And the serving size you get, for my opinion, is kind of weak. So I always get double meat, which adds to the price of the salad significantly. And we're going to go ahead and add in the chicken thighs. These are organic Costco. If you're trying to freeze frame and see the price, That's not for just this one bag, it's a 6-pack, so that's only 1/6 of what you're actually getting. Okay, that's good enough, so we can go ahead and put the meat in now. And actually, I kind of want to cut this meat into smaller pieces. So I'm gonna do a little quick panic here. I'm gonna add the bell peppers, let them do their thing. Probably should be doing the chicken before the bell peppers, but that's okay. This is a race in time to try to get this all done at the same pace. I guess if you're a professional cooking show, you cut everything up and then you start cooking, but I'm just trying to make this more of a realistic show for you, like how I would cook normally, and I grabbed one of my duller knives. So I like the chicken to be chopped up small enough that it's gonna fit on like a single size fork and it's not gonna overpower the rest of the bite, because you want a little bit of lettuce, a little bit of the meat, a little bit of the sauce, and the fork is only so big, so you can't put too much in it. That should be good. Whenever you're handling raw meat, make sure you're washing in between. Okay, let's get this stirred up. I'm gonna add a dash more oil to it. The pan's running a little bit hot. Turn the volume down. And this is extra virgin olive oil. I suppose any oil that's healthy, preferably, will do the job for you. Now, if you want to make this meal last longer, you can basically make 2 salads for 2 meals for a family with the amount of servings that we're doing here. So just 1 bell pepper, 1 onion, and a handful of chicken. Depending on how much meat your family eats, you can adjust that. It's not a science, it's a salad. Have fun. Make it the way you want to make it. So I just added a little bit fresh crushed pepper in there. And then we're just gonna let that sit for a few minutes, let the chicken catch up to everything else. If you have a compost, all this type of stuff is great for that. It's great for your worms. Your chickens will love it. If you want free bell peppers for life, just save the seeds and replant them and give them some TLC, and they'll turn into more bell peppers at no extra charge. Okay, while this is going, we can go ahead and get the salad chopped up. If you're using the same cutting board you use on the meat, you definitely got to clean it. You can't have raw meat with your salad. That's disgusting. We got to be somewhat civilized here, people. Okay, awesome. Hopefully this knife's going to be a little sharper than that last one. Of course, it's not going through meat this time, so it should be easier. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some lettuce here. We'll go with about this much, about half of that. That's good. So here we got romaine lettuce. I'm going to do about half of this too. If you're trying to make it as exact as a restaurant as you can, you want to get the fresh romaine blend. Okay. That should do the job. And cut it down to size. Again, we want nice bite size. Here's something I didn't know about for the longest time, is a salad spinner. I know some of you are probably laughing because it's just common sense for you, but common sense isn't very common anymore nowadays, people. So it's your salad spinner. You put your salad in it, and you come over here and you wash it nice and good. You want to wash it in cold water. You don't want to scald it with the hot. And this is a good time while you're rinsing to have your cilantro chopped up and mixed in with the lettuce so it's not all concentrated in one spot. Okay, here's the fun part. Once you got it rinsed, you put it in this cool contraption and you just let it go full throttle. And I like going as fast as I can. But when you go really fast, you gotta hang on to it because it will fly across the room. And that just flings all the water off, puts it to the side, makes life a little bit easier. Next we got a pretty bowl. We're just going to go ahead and transfer the salad into the bowl. Bam, just like that. Beautiful. It's coming together, people. Hang tight, we're almost there. A little more crushed pepper going on here. You can add salt if you want. I prefer pepper a little bit more than I think I do salt. Okay, the chicken still needs to rest a little bit longer, which is fine because we're not quite ready for it. Now we're going to get some tomatoes. You can get any size tomatoes you want. If you love tomatoes, you can get the big ones. I'm going to let you know a little secret. I hate tomatoes, but I'm putting them in there because I want it to look pretty for you. Because this is all for you. You're welcome. I'll bill you later. So we're just going to get a couple tomatoes just to make it kind of cute. Give them a little quick rinse. Dice them up. Don't even know if I'm doing this right because I'm not a fan of tomatoes. That stinking nightshade family, right? There, that's beautiful. So now we get a little bit of color in our salad. And it all falls down to the middle, that's fine. Now you can get different type of cheeses if you want. One of the things we're going to use is Mexican cheese. And the other one is hidden here somewhere, the cotija. Cotija? Cotija. We're going to go with cotija. So you get the Mexican cheese, and you're just going to shake it throughout inside. It's a salad, people. We're just having fun. It doesn't have to look awesome, but it's going to look awesome anyways. And go ahead and get some of this out. No, this is not the knife I was using on the meat, so don't panic. And we're going to just cut off a little chunk of that. Perfect. And then just dice it up. It doesn't really shred very well if you're going to shred it yourself. So we're just going to break it down. And then bam, there it is. I like this stuff, so I'm going to put a little bit more in there. I hear my chicken getting excited over there, so I'm going to have to spin it here in a second. Perfect. Now I come over here. And the chicken's nearly done. Now if you want, sometimes I do this, but not always. You can even add a can of mushrooms because everything deserves mushrooms. But I'm not going to do it for this video, just to make life simpler for you. All right, so we got our fajita all finished up here. And so now we got to add the dressing to it. Go ahead and turn that fire down. Don't tell Uncle Sam I own a fire stove. And we're going to put that right there in the bowl. Smells so good. The onions are nice and browned. Then you got to get Chipotle ranch. It doesn't really matter the brand, but this brand's really good. It's Brianna's Home Style, not sponsored. That's what I used last time, and I love it. And give it a little shake real quick. The healthier the salad, the more it has to be shaken, and the less sugar it's going to have. So we're just going to get that nice little bath. That's going to also help cool your meat down a little bit, so you don't fry the lettuce too much. But adding your meat to the salad is going to be the last step because the lettuce isn't going to like it. But my goodness, does that make a delicious salad. You're going to love this. I wish I could let you take a bite right through the video, right through your phone or your computer. Okay, you got nice and mixed up. Then you're just going to go ahead and add it to the salad. And hopefully the heat doesn't crack your glass bowl. There we go. Then what I do is I like every bite tasting the same. So I am going to mix it thoroughly, and I just get 2 forks to get that job done. And that helps, it makes your dressing go a long ways. Because you don't want to like eat a whole bite of lettuce and like there's no sauces on it, and then you eat another bite and it's just like pure dressing. So this just helps mix it all up, gets it all yummy. Sorry about the mess, but you don't care because you don't have to clean it up. So this is about how much meat. Typically I would have made it with a lot more meat, but I wanted to give it as accurate of a representation of what you're expected when you're going to go there to eat. I'm going to add a little bit more of the mixed Mexican cheese. But I probably would have doubled the meat because I like meat. And this still works though. This is still super yummy. Then lastly, don't forget your tri-colored corn strips. You can sprinkle that on top of your salad just like it's sprinkles on a cake.
Also, if you don't have tri-colored corn strips or you're trying to save money, an alternative to that would be the bottom of your tortilla chip bags with all the crumbled up chips. You can use that as a cheap substitute.
And that, good friends, is the Pablo salad from Oregano's. Made it at home and it's gonna be super delicious. You don't even have to pay yourself a tip. So go ahead and try this recipe. It's super easy, it's super quick, super messy. Try it at home, let me know what you think of it. If you like it, come back and tell me you liked it and share it with a friend that you think will like it as well. If you don't like it, go watch me build a chicken house or something.